Do you love a save in the Spanish leagues in FM23? Well, you've come to the right place. On this video, we will look at the top 5 clubs you can rebuild in Football Manager 2023 in the Spanish football pyramid. My first choice is going to be no surprise to anyone. It's Deportivo in the Spanish third division. They have fallen from grace. They were once an absolute beast of a team, having players like Jalminia, who was absolutely class. I've ruined his name, but he was quality. They had Roy Mackay. They had Fran. They had so many ballers in the early 2000s, and they were a Champions League semi-final team at one point. But now they're languishing in the third division of Spanish football. They've got an absolute beast of a ground for the division, 35,000 at the Riazor. What a cauldron of atmosphere that would be. 35,000 fans in that division. Their squad has seen better days. Let's be honest. The squad here is a third division squad. There isn't much that pops out, but the one player that will carry you will be Lucas Perez, the man who paid for his own transfer back to his hometown club. What a legend he is. He's going to bang in so many goals for you in the third division. A quality striker at the low leagues levels, we know, will always push you forward. My next choice is another team that have fallen from grace, Malaga. What a team they had under Manuel Pellegrini. They've had players like Isco, Duda, Wellington play for them, absolute legends of the club. And they're now languishing in the second division in need of so much help. They've got a massive ground, some very vocal fans, and they've got a fairly decent squad in the second division of Spain. Their squad, again, a bit like Deportivo, has seen better days, but there are some players that do kind of stand out to me. One day he's a decent centre back at this level. Spanish second division, he will do bits for you, trust me. The division's very tough. There's so many good teams in there. But if you can put together some good form, you can bring Malaga back straight in the first season. Fran Sol on loan will get you some goals. He's not the best striker, but he will have that experience of getting goals, and he can get you 15, 20 goals that could really push you up the table. Following on the theme of teams that you can rebuild that have fallen from grace, Valencia, they had 2 Champions League finals back in the day when they've had players like Santiago Canizares. What a goalkeeper he was. Back in the day, they've had players like Mario Kempes, legendary managers in Rafa Benitez, who won them the Europa League, or UEFA Cup as what it was called back in the day. Plus mercurial ballers like Pablo Aimar. How could we forget about him? What a player he was. They've got a good stadium at the Mestalla. They've got very loyal fans, very vocal fans. They're built for being a big club in Spain, but they're languishing in the Spanish First Division. Their form recently has been absolutely terrible. Their squad is stacked with players, though, on Football Manager. They've got one of the best young goalkeepers on the game in Mamarashvili. What a young goalkeeper he is. Absolutely classed. He will be your starting number 1 for many, many years. Other players like Jose Gaya, probably one of the best left backs on Football Manager. You could either keep him or sell him. You'll make a lot of money if you do sell him, and there are plenty of replacements out there. But starting off, he is one of the best players you can have in your squad. They've also got quality ballers that are also coming back to you next season as well, if you can get them on loan, in Nico and Iliax Moriba. Nico on loan from Barcelona. What a baller he is in the first season for you. He'll be absolutely class. Moriba as well, another top-class young player on loan. So he'll be great in the first season. And if you can get the funds to buy him in the second season, he will most likely come to you too. As well as their own players, Yunus Musa, one of the top American young talents on the game, an absolutely quality box-to-box midfield player. Up front is probably where you're going to need the most help. Their strikers are not the best. They're aging. You've got players like Edison Cavani up there, 35 years old, will do it for a season. His stats are absolutely class in the first season, but you will need a long-term solution. Can you bring Valencia back into the Champions League and back competing for the Liga titles? My next choice is a personal favourite of mine, Racing Santander in the Spanish second division. They've got a decent ground at 22,000 capacity, got decent number of season ticket holders, and they've had players like Yossi Benayoun and Nikola Zigic play for them in the past. But let's be honest, their squad is a second division squad at this current time. There isn't anyone who really stands out. You've got a much of a muchness in here. There isn't really anyone that you could build your future around. They've got some decent players in on loan, Rocco Batrina is a very decent striker. He's very second division. He was at Lec previously. So let's see what he could do for you in the Spanish second division, as well as some of their own players. In players like Inigo, he's a decent central midfield player. He'll do it for you for the first couple of seasons, but really you're going to languish in the second division for a few seasons and then build up Racing Santander back into a La Liga team and beyond. My next choice is a left field choice in Spanish island team Ibiza, more known for its party life and nightclubs than its football. But can you take this party island all the way to being a top club in Spain? It would just be an absolutely fun save. It's one of those ones where you want to do it because you've probably been to Ibiza in real life, fell in love with the place after the party scene, and now you come back to play Football Manager and you think, you know what, that's the team I'm going to pick. And they've got some decent players. They're very much a second division side as it stands. They've got some decent players in Lukas Julic, who is a Czech international, under 21, former under 21 international even. And he's fairly decent for this level. Was at Sparta Prague before, so he's got some talent. You've got players like Kevin Apin, who is a Martinique international. And again, it's one of those places where you can say you took the party island all the way to Champions League winners. And if you want to see more FM Save videos, then please do sub to the channel and I'll have a full list of my recommendations for each and every nation. And I will see you on another FM23 video.